one of my favorite brushes. In fact, I usually get them from Home Depot. But Big Lots has a sale, $2. I think a lot of times people have a romantic notion of art is, you become a pop star. Everybody has this idea, like, I want to be the next Basquiat, Keith Haring, Shepard Fairey, just all of these notions. They want to emulate that, and so it's already been done. I mean, they've done it. You have to take the next step, and you have to sometimes, learn from what you experience that's all around you, that's concurrently taking place in the art world, and not just the art world, but fashion, magazines, films, plays, literature, just an assortment of things that are out there. Because the more you intake, the more you're able to give back. And your job as an artist is always taking in from everything that is around you. And to make that choice, and I usually tell people, I don't even like to tell people you should become an artist. Because I wouldn't wish it upon anybody, really. Because your life is going to be forever changed. It means you have to have a discipline. That discipline is to constantly work at your craft. A lot of people are not willing to do that. So they take the easy way out and like, I'm just going to wing it. I feel the music and I'm going to put it into. Well, yeah, we all do that, but we need a lot more. It's kind of like when a concert pianist goes on that stage. There's a lot of rehearsal behind it before you even get there. If you're going to be an Olympic champion and take that dive or the diving board, you have to do it thousands and thousands and thousands of times before you actually do it in front of an audience of people and perform at the best that you can. So even in the art making, it's the same thing. It's a discipline. You have to do it every single day. It becomes a part of your life. And that means giving up a lot of things that other people, find a little bit more convenient.
So Willie and Gronk used to put out a long canvas and they sort of start in the middle and work their way out. They were brilliant painters, It seemed like it was so easy for them to do. And I only made mud. And I used to cry over those paintings. And then I just started doing other things. But I didn't give up because that's what I really wanted to do. But eventually, I got it. But it wasn't easy. It didn't come easy at all.
Can you give any comment to those who say that painting is quote unquote dead and the void of the use of colors? Can you comment on that?
In my own opinion, as long as there's music, as long as there's poetry, there will be painting. Because it's an ancient medium, but new life is always coming back into it. It also has a very primitive kind of aspect to it. It's when, that person put his handprint in the cave and did these paintings. That's how far back it all goes. It's very primitive, primordial. It's just kind of has that thing about it, I think, that'll last just as long as all the other art disciplines. And I think what happened is that, the art world in many ways shifted and changed, and people started to go very large, and it wasn't necessarily for someone's home that these pieces were being done. In my own case, I wanted to maintain that element of performance in painting. So I tried to maintain that in everything that I do as far as a painter is concerned. So I interact with that group, that audience, the people, and then go back to painting. Because even that short break is going to mean something a little bit different. And I think, people like to attack things, and that it's no longer useful. Painting has already answered all the questions that it could possibly answer. Why do it? Well, that is the very reason why I want to do it. I want to find something in it that I can take it to somewhere else. For me, I want to surprise myself every time I do something. I don't want the familiar. I want to look at something and it's surprising that this happened because the world had not known this before. But it's also like the fact that I want to make things that in 300 years from now, people I will not know can still have a discussion about what it was like to be alive at this moment in time. What were the people like? What did they think about? What was their forms of expression? And so that's kind of, for me, an exciting thing of knowing that in the back of my mind, that I will have a conversation and I will even be around with someone. And I think for like art making, that to me is very exciting. It's a very exciting position to be in. And for me, the role of the artist is also about exploration. You're an explorer. The unknown is where I want to live, be. That to me is the most exciting place to be as an artist. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what this means yet. All of those kinds of things is exciting for me.